Today's our topic is the virtues of the wise and the worthy, or wise and the holy. The virtues. Actually, just at the entrance, the lady, the sister Silavati, came in front of me, and she was mentioning that today she's one of the sponsors for the program, and she wants to pass the merits and in loving memory of this Ooi Li Kean. So I thought of taking it first, because one of our greatest virtues Lord Buddha has shown is feeling of gratitude, and to share this love. So under virtues, actually today's the major topic we can talk about is the 4 Brahma Viharas. I think all of you all know the 4 Brahma Viharas. So is there anybody who doesn't know about it? No, everybody knows. Okay. So then, which means that you all are aware, that you have the knowledge about 4 Brahma Viharas: Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upekkha. Metta means loving kindness, and Karuna means the compassion. Mudita means, we can say, altruistic joy or the sympathetic joy. There are various names in English. And Upekkha means equanimity or equipoised mind, or the real joy in peace. How we can enjoy the inner peace when we reach the serenity, and how we can enjoy it, how we can experience with happiness. So as I'm always talking, that my main aspect or my approach is like, it's a practical approach. So because you all are definitely the scholars of Buddhism, surely, which means you have learned a lot of things. So therefore, I would like to take the journey with you all, a practical journey, and to the practical, to experience the practical aspect of 4 Brahma Viharas. So as Buddha guided us, Buddha said, Lord Buddha has said, so dhammang passati, so mang passati, which means one who follows, one who sees Dhamma, one who takes the instructions, or one who practically apply one I've taught you into day-to-day life. Then you start, once you practice them, then you start to see me, who I am, who Buddha is. So the Buddha's way is, Buddha showed us the path to merge with him. Is Buddha is a person? Is Buddha is a person? Yes, that when we are in the physical field, physical state, yes, we can say he is a person. But what matters most is Buddha is a state of the mind where we can reach as well. That is the most important thing. So that is what we have to do in this very life. That is what we should do. We should try to achieve in this very life. If we are trying to achieve something in this life, we may be able to finish it. Otherwise, it will be continued. It will be there as a skill, remain, and what we call as the perfections, or the paramitas. It will be added as a paramita. So, therefore, I would like to practically take you to experience the Brahma Viharas, which means through meditation. So I would like to invite you all, let's just move for some time to experience the real metta, loving kindness, and the other 3 as well. So what is this loving kindness or the metta? you all can join with me and express some of your ideas as well. What is this metta? What is this loving kindness? Is this something that we have to give it to others, or we have to do for ourselves, or both? Okay, you can spreading to the universe. To spread something or to give away something, if you don't have, how are you supposed to give? Exactly. Exactly. So you have to accumulate first. You have to, it's not actually the right word, accumulation. It is within you. It is within everybody, all of us. What matters is we have to, that is what the name of, the meaning of the Buddha means, awaken nature. So you have to let that inner love, inner kindness, inner metta to be awakened. That you have to create the relevant causes. That is why the Buddha's main teaching is the depending origination, the cause and effect theory. So you have to provide the set of causes for it to emerge, for metta to emerge, for loving kindness to emerge, which means you are the love. You are love itself. When you become love, when the love emerges through you, what's happening? When the flower, when there's a jasmine, you know how the nice is the smell of the jasmine is. So when it is bloomed, what's happening? The smell is spreading. The smell is going everywhere. In the same way, when we let our the loving kindness to be emerge within us, what will happen? It's spreading automatically, naturally. So you are like I used to say that I am a moving temple. I am a moving nunnery. That like okay, because once you are once these virtues are developed within you, what will happen? Wherever you go, you emanate with those virtues, those qualities. So that's what we have to do. So that's what actually we have to give to our children. So we have to guide them, we have to show them, and we have to make them to get this energy to be awakened. So that is what we have to do as adults, as parents. So otherwise, you have to do it first. And at the same time, simultaneously, you should provide the background. I think here this temple, late Venerable, Most Venerable Dhammananda Thero has done an enormous job, and the other Theros as well. So that's why we have to always show the practical aspect. Once we are emerged with these virtues, right? Once we are accompanied with these the qualities, once we are armed with these the virtues, what's happening? You know, we can tackle day-to-day activities. Like okay, especially let's say that we are giving this to youngsters. In my, you know, I got to know this. Especially I started the practical aspect just after leaving university, right? So, but I was thinking if I could get these qualities while I was in the school, we have learned actually, but we didn't know how to tackle when a problem is coming, when the stress is coming, when people are blaming us, how to tackle, how to deal with such things, how to stay non-agitated, how to stay non-reactive. That is because this is very scientific. Training your own mind is very scientific. That is the most scientific thing I would say, rather than other old sciences that we know, all rocket sciences and going to moon and we are, you know, we know so many things. There are, but we have failed to find the medicine for corona and AIDS, blah blah. But we are still failing. But if we are succeeding in this, the developing our spirituality as all human beings, so this is what we have to do as a nature, or as the beings in this earth. Okay, so as I told you, so that my way is like first to take you to experience this real Brahma Viharas from your within. So to do that, Okay, let's sit comfortably. Adjust your posture nicely and in a most comfortable way. Don't give yourself a hard time, but let yourself relax more and more. And the other special thing is you have to keep your back straight and erect, right? If it's difficult, you can touch the back of the chair. Otherwise, just stay without touching the chair. Because why I am telling you that is, once you are going into deep samadhi, what's happening is this back is going to erect automatically. But first, okay, at the beginning we will do it forcefully or purposefully. But from effort, with the effort we are starting, but when we go into the deep, it becomes effortless, right? It becomes effortless. Then what's happening is this back is going to erect naturally, automatically. Then if there's no gap, what's happening is like it may feel little uncomfortable. Because I think you all have heard about this Kundalini energy and those things. There's a kind of energy that we are an energy bubble. We are energy ball. So what's happening is, okay, let me tell you one more thing. This particular being, human being, consists of 5 layers. This is according to the yogic explanation. But when you go into meditation, you can experience the same as well. I have experienced myself, therefore I can talk about it. Otherwise, it will stay as the knowledge. So there is this physical body. That's why, like for the physical body, we have to put effort. And then the mental body is there. So where the thinking is everywhere. That's why when we hit here, that we can feel because of the mind. The mind is working throughout the body. And then the energy body is there. Energy body is that you start to feel this as energy. There is no more you, but the energy, the vibrations and the energy you start to feel. And then the 4th is the Vijnanamaya body, that is a transitory body, which means you start to feel that is beyond 5 senses, that is the experience beyond 5 senses. And the last thing is the bliss body. We call it Anandamaya Kosha in yogic words. So the bliss body, this is where you start to feel the real joy and the bliss. But according to Buddhism, I would say the emptiness is beyond all 5. So there you don't experience anything. You go to what you call the spiritual death. Before you die, you experience the death. I think, have you heard about these things? Any of you all? So, okay, this is the first time you are hearing? Okay, so then be happy. Okay, this is according to my investigations, according to my practice. So that's why I am sharing with you all, because those who didn't participate for the last, for my first talk, so I was there, was also explaining. So I wanted to find out the way out of suffering. I wanted to find out who I am. I wanted to find out what exactly this is, what this life is. So that's why you have to jump into the investigation of who you are and the truth, as well as just let your children to move into this investigation, but you cannot force, of course. But you can talk about these things. You can give this education in Dhamma school, and I think we will be doing one program. And even that there in Sri Lanka, that we are like that. My teacher also have talked with the government, and that we are going to implement. But to implement this is very difficult, because it says if there is vipassana or if there is insight meditation, there will be very few people. Why? These minds doesn't want to come out or get out of this samsaric pattern. that want to stay in this samsaric existence. So if somebody of you all have experienced such a huge suffering, then you will be questioning yourself, what is this life? What is this life? We have to find out the truth of this life. That is the greatest teaching of Buddha. So that is the real refuge of real refuge that we are going after Buddha, right? Okay. So then shall we start? And you can first, to love yourself, that is the metta, right? To love yourself, that is the most important thing. It is not your wife or a husband or children. First, you have to love yourself. You should learn how to love yourself. So that is where now I am going to start with. So for that, first you can sit in a very relaxed posture. Keep your back straight and erect. And forget about everything. Forget about the past, the moment before. Forget about the future, the next moment. And come to here and now. Here and now, this present moment. To start with, we can tell ourselves, I am here and now. You will start to feel yourself. Just keep in mind, you are your best friend. At the beginning, to be more relaxed, you can take long, deep breaths, 3 breaths. Start with, you can take a long, deep breath, filling your lungs, and hold for some time, as much as possible. And then let it pass slowly, slowly. Again, take a long, deep breath and feel yourself, and then let it pass slowly, slowly. Feel the relaxation here and now in this moment, in the present moment. Feel the relaxation. Again, you can take a long, deep breath and let it pass slowly, slowly. And feel the relaxation. Feel yourself from top of the head until the feet, which is called as I. And let yourself relax. So start with, we can pay attention to the heart of ourselves and to the whole body. You can say, may I be relaxed. And feel the relaxation. May I be in peace. Please note in this present moment that inside yourself, isn't that peace? Isn't that relaxation now in this present moment? Let yourself go deeper and deeper into this peace, inner peace. And let yourself calm and quiet. You may, in a relaxed posture, listen to this sound and see how nice it is, how nicely it's arising and passing away. And at the same time, you may feel your breath, in breath, out breath. We are not focusing on breath, but among other things, among the sounds, among this voice, you can feel inhaling, exhaling, and how nicely it is happening. You can have a smile with yourself, have a smiling face towards yourself. Enjoy the happiness, enjoy the peace and solitude in this present moment. Sometimes thoughts can come. If the thoughts are there, if thoughts are coming, just notice them as thoughts. Do not want to think of anything in this moment, in this present moment, here and now. You don't want to think of anything other than letting yourself to be relaxed more and more. It's almost like you are going to sleep in the night. Give yourself most comfortable time in this moment, relaxation, inner peace. You can pay attention to the spaciousness or the air in front of you, the emptiness in front of your face, which is where you are surrounded by. When you pay attention to the empty space around you, you may feel that your inner mindset is also empty. Relax and in peace. Feel how nicely the breathing is happening. Inhaling. Sometimes you may notice there are gaps between inhaling and exhaling. Spaciousness, emptiness, relaxed nature. And accordingly, how the heart and the belly is moving up and down, moving forward and backward. This is the moment you are in love with yourself. You are letting this inner compassion, inner loving kindness to be emerged. You are in peace. In this present moment, if we are with the present moment experience, see there are no problems, there are no stress, there are no depression, no anything. Such a calm and tranquil mind. If thoughts are coming, don't give any value to the thoughts. Notice that they are coming and passing away, such as clouds in the sky. They are passing away, they are floating around, they are just going away, moving away. So thoughts are there even in the background, but we don't care. We don't give attention. We are more and more taking the refuge of the inner peace and happiness. See this moment, in this moment, we have no anger. We have no desires. Even in this moment, we are not doing any harm to anybody, even to us. There is no anger, no desires, no greediness, only the empty space or the relaxed mind. This is what praised by Buddha. This is the real loving kindness. This is the real compassion, compassionate moments one by one, one after the other. And we can have the joy of inner peace and happiness. Inner peace is there, calmness, stillness. You are your best friend. This is what we call real love. When there are no thoughts, or when we are not attached to the thoughts. That's from where the real inner peace is emerging. Notice with the breath how peaceful it is, how calm and quiet it is, the breathing. You may listen to the bell sound. I will ring it thrice. And at the end of the third ring, you can slowly open your eyes. And at the same time, notice your mind state, how it is. How do you feel inside? Is it uncomfortable or is it a comfortable, relaxed feeling? Even it is uncomfortable, it's okay, you can say. Because now I can sit simply like this, right? They can also sit simply like that. Those who have practiced can stay. But when you come to this inner peace, inner emptiness, it's not such an easy thing, right? When you start to meditate, are there anybody who's continuously meditating here? Could you please raise your hand? Okay, one. Okay. So I invite you all, please at least some minutes a day, in this way, how I guided you now. Please do so, because this is the greatest thing which is told by Lord Buddha. Those who practice what I said, that is the greatest way of worshipping me. That is the greatest way of honoring me. If we don't do that, then I'm asking the question from the people, have you taken the refuge of Buddha? Honestly? That's where the virtues coming, the other virtues, honesty. Are you honest with Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha? So, which means you have to be honest with yourself. Okay, I mean, if you are not doing, ask the question, why I can't do this? Why I am not doing this? With what I am now engaged? My life is busy. Huh? That's why, I mean, you should have been working with the temple for many years, right? And we should have been working with Dhamma for many lifetimes. So we don't know about the past. We don't want to talk about the past, but we can talk about this life. So, what did you feel while you are in this meditation, in the calm and quiet state? Was it really peaceful? You have to be honest, right? So, please raise your hand, those who say it was really peaceful and joyful. No, this is the thing. Okay, I think you are at the right place, but you don't know how to be grateful towards that. That is due to lack of instructions, I think, right? Because when you go to, like, okay, let's say it's almost sleeping, but you are not sleeping. Yes, which means you are free from the world. When you go to sleep, what a joyful thing it is, right? So this is the same as going to sleep. That's why I was, during this thing, I was saying it is almost going to sleep, which means you are detaching from the world. What is world? World created through eyes, world created through ears, world created through mouth and the body and the memory. You are saying goodbye to everything while you are going to sleep. And when you are going to meditation, even it's same. It is the same thing. So that is where the real loving kindness is coming. Real love. That's the going to sleep means you're paying such a loving kindness towards yourself. You are giving a rest to yourself. You are giving this busy mind. What is a busy mind? There are so many thoughts. Busy means that what is, okay, let's explain this term busyness. What is busyness? What is busy? You are engaged in too many activities and you have to talk too much, right? Which means, what are the things which are converting into these busy activities, busy thought, busy words? They are the thoughts, right? Thoughts are converting into actions and words. Now, when you are going to sleep means, what's happening? Thoughts are becoming lesser and lesser. So in meditation also the same. The thoughts might be there, can be there, thoughts can come. But we are not attaching to the thoughts. We are not having the connection with thoughts. We are saying goodbye to the thoughts. So then you are coming to the real deep rest. That's why we say when you die, we say something. What do we say when may you attain Nibbana? That is something, no. May he lie in deep rest. No? So rest in peace. So do you have to wait until you die to be rest in peace? That is why it is called spiritual death. Have you heard this word? No. Okay. So you are learning from me. Yes. Yes, that is very correct. That's why I said that is why I was asking question. You feel comfortable or uncomfortable? Because once you start to let go of these things, first thing you are starting to be uncomfortable. Right? Because mind is so used to be engaged with thoughts. Engage with activities. When you come to this, the field of inner peace and happiness, or inner emptiness, or nothingness, this mind cannot bear, right? It start to play hammock. It start to do various uncomfortable things. That is where you need to have the right guidance of a teacher. And so sometimes, okay, at the beginning you may feel this thing, but sometimes mind is not allowing you to go to into that field. This thing, you have to be aware. You have to know about these facts as well. So therefore, so when you I was telling that busyness means that you are engaging with lot of thoughts. Thoughts are converting into actions, thoughts are converting into words. So, which means that to come to the present moment, that is why it is most important, coming to the present moment. Those of you all have watched this Kung Fu Panda, the cartoon film? Have you all watched? Yes. Yes, so just to enjoy that, in this Kung Fu Panda, the teacher is saying that yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it is called present. It is a present. Present moment is a present. We should know how to take the refuge of the present moment. That is why that is the real meaning of taking the refuge of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Buddha is born, or Buddha is emerged to show us the present moment, the value of the present moment. And Dhamma means the nature of the present moment. And Sangha is one who's talking about it, who's showing those who have realized the present moment and the Nibbana. They are showing this, okay, the value of the present moment. And bringing you to the present moment, field of the present moment, the frequency of the present moment. Right? So that's why I was trying to be with you all together in this present moment. So if last time also I asked the question, if we are not in the present moment, where are we? If we are not in the present moment, where are we? Where is the past and the future? Again, another question. Where is the past and the future? Yeah, just now. Just now. What a simple thing. See, what a simple thing is. This is the past and the future is also in the present moment. But most of the time we cannot recognize it, right? So that's why real Brahma Vihara means that how much you can take the refuge of the present moment. When you come to the present moment, then you start to know, my God, where I was, where this mindset was, wandering in the past and the future expectations and the past memories, right? So that's why you have to practice, and you have to spread the message that if you all are doing programs, do the programs to practice the present moment. That is for that, because I think everybody has learned a lot of things, so many Dhamma. Am I wrong? Am I right? Everywhere the programs are being organized for the knowledge. But when it comes to the practical aspect, because people don't have time to practice. But, am I correct? You don't have time to practice, right? You don't have time to practice. I have to catch him first. But that is why the mindful practice means that practice is day-to-day practice. Moment-to-moment practice. So if you have to be mindful, what is happening in this mind? So that is why it is said, you are the master of your mind, not the slave of your mind. Then you have to be the master. You have to practice to be the master of your mind, which means the master of the thoughts. You know how to select the thoughts. Okay, which are the thoughts of compassion? Which are the thoughts of altruistic joy? That these are the same things, 4 same categories happening in the present moment, but due to the levels where you are in identifying in different levels. So how to enjoy the present moment, the peace here and now. Always come to the peace of the mind in the present moment. Like Buddha, how much work that he was engaged with. He's the busiest person, I think, Buddha. He has to give so many talks and without sleeping even. And at last he said, I have got the back pain. So the Anuruddha Thero, he was asked, Anuruddha Thero, Ananda Thero, please go ahead with the sermon. So he was such a busy person. But with what? That he knows exactly what to do at the particular moment. And that is where when you experience the equipoised mind or empty mind or nothingness, from somebody to nothingness, from something to nothing, right? So then when we are experiencing that thing, that our practice is becoming to experience it like, most of the time, then we know, okay, how to, the right decisions are coming to our mind. The most suitable decisions are coming to our mind from the space. That's why it says when you meditate, you are being connected, you are getting connected with the cosmic knowledge or cosmic library, so the universal library. So that's why you don't want to keep things in mind. Some people can keep things in mind. As example, Ananda Thero is a library itself. He can keep even everything which was preached by Buddha. But the other didn't have that much of capacity. So, but you know how to live practically in peace with these Brahma Viharas. And the other thing is the feeling of gratitude is the other greatest virtue. That we have to feel, what is the main thing that we have to be grateful? What is the main thing? Think of that and give me an answer. What is the greatest thing that we have to be grateful? We'll see what kind of answers you are. Yes, when your heart is so much in the purification, you are attracted purified things. You are attacked. That is actually, when you will not hear the monks and nuns talking about law of attraction. But it is the Buddha said, when you do good things, the good things are coming to you. When you bad things are coming to you. That, you know the story about two parrots. Yeah, okay, forget about it. So there are so many stories. There are so many stories. That's why it says you have to associate with good people. When you associate with evil people, what is coming to you is the evil things. When you associate good, the good things are coming towards you. Okay, so that's why, we have to then you can ask the question, so how come then Angulimal, the Buddha associated this Angulimal? Yeah, that's why the association of the Buddha, Angulimala converted into the good field. He came to the good energy field. All prostitutes, thieves, how many thieves got ordained? 500 each at a time. Right? So that's how, you are good. You are coming to the purification. Then what is happening? You are being attracted by these, even the bad people are coming because they wanted to be purified. They wanted to be good. Come to the good field. Right? Others are not coming, they will be the bad business somewhere else. But now why we are together? We all wanted to be good. So I'm asking you, upgrade, enhance your this spirituality and to experience the real thing expressed by Buddha, preached by Buddha, to go into this, the meditation. So please meditate. So that's where that we can learn about Brahma Viharas. And we can learn about, gratitude. We can learn about the honesty. But when you become honest, you have to find out how I can be honest. Okay, you all are taking 5 precepts? How many of you all are keeping 5 precepts? We have to be honest. Because in Sri Lanka, I am conducting programs. I am the Buddhist in temples and schools, even schools. I'm going and asking, okay, now you are like taking 5 precepts every day, chanting like parrots. So raise your hands, those who are not killing mosquitoes. Those in Sri Lanka, there are mosquito problems are there. No, I think here somewhat controlled, but there are even I saw in my room one mosquito, even it is covered. So there are people telling lies, even for a joke. They cannot come out of this. Sri Lanka is famous for that, no? If we talk about, I don't want to talk about such things. So how many of you all are, be honest and tell me how many of you all are taking precepts, or the fourth one, the telling lies. No, the fourth one, the third one, the fourth one, no? Musavada, Veramani, Sikkhapadan, Samadhiya. Because tell me. You have to be honest, because the kids, they are very honest. They say, yes, we are lying. I say, thank you very much. I really appreciate at this moment even, you are telling the truth. So I am worshipping for that. You are telling the truth. We have to be honest. So when I was going to office, when I was working, because of my bosses, so I have to lie. Then I was thinking, why the hell is this? So how can I come out of this? Okay, how can I be like that? That's why you have to be smart. Then I found out the ways and methods. That's why this wisdom is which matters most, right? I heard one of the stories from Ajahn Braham when he was explaining about this compassion. He brought this story forward. There had been a deaf boy. You should have heard about this sometimes. His parents want to get his hearing back, and therefore they took him to a doctor. But then the doctors have told there's a particular operation that we can do, but it's only 10% probability is there for him to get cured. But at last, then the parents have told, it's okay, we'll try for it. But at last, done the operation, and he got cured, he could hear. Then what happened? After he was able to hear, he has started to blame the doctor and the parents, and he has got so much angry. Because he has asked, why you all did this thing to me? Now I was in a lot of peace and I could handle everything nicely. Now there are a lot of sounds coming to my ears. I can't bear this anymore. See, that's where this Ajahn Braham was nicely explaining, okay, that we have to be wise. We have to ask the person. That is what compassionate means. Do you need this? Do you like this? Especially in the case of the monks and nuns. The people are coming and offering things to us, especially in Sri Lanka. I think here also things are happening like that, I've seen. In Sri Lanka especially, they are coming and offering the things they want. They are doing the things they want. But rather asking the nuns and monks, what do you want? That people are coming and offering us robes. But sometimes the robes which we are not wearing. Sometimes there are this thing called Attapirikara. I haven't seen such things here. So good. But
one question, you talk about loving kindness.
Exactly.
And they think like that vibration. I don't know if the Buddha talk about vibration.
Exactly. That is the main thing Buddha talked about. But you have to go to deep levels. If we are to talk, it is not a talking, it is the experience, vibrations. The vibes, good vibes, you can feel it. When you are like, that is where that is what I say, that I am trying to share my experience, and I am inviting you all to feel. When you go to some places, you start to feel the vibration. When the tsunami is coming, the animals are the ones who felt this vibration. Because why? They are in the present moment. That is the secret of living in the present moment. Even when you go to people, you start to feel like, okay, whether they are matching with the vibration and whether they are in the lower levels, you start to feel. And whether they need something or whether they don't need you, then how to slowly get away. Right? You start to feel, that is the sense of this Buddhism and practice. This is not something that, I mean, we have to go beyond learning. We have to go beyond knowledge. So that is where you start to feel the vibration. That last time also I recall this, the Nikola Tesla. Those people, that there are a lot of people in the foreign countries, not in Buddhist countries, I would say the other countries, they are talking in terms of the experience, the energy and vibrations. And Albert Einstein, you can read his relativity explanations. So they have shown us this, how this, I mean, if you can't believe exactly at first what the Buddha said, now there are these scientists, in the recent time, not some time back. So then this is total, Buddha was talking about in Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta. The Dhatu means the energy, the atoms, molecules, the behavior of the molecules that I told you. What we are made out of, what? We are made out of this water element, the earth element, and air element, and fire element, spaciousness and consciousness. Consciousness is the energy. That using that energy and the matter, that we are like, that we can talk. The thoughts can be produced. Thought is being produced, not somebody is producing. It is the cause and effect theory, the depending origination. When the certain energy the energies are together, consciousness and the matter is together, the thoughts are being produced. The seeing is being produced. The hearing is being produced. The tasting, when the food, when the matter is touching the matter, the taste can be experienced through the consciousness. That's why I think in terms of energy and vibrations. To come to that, the field, that stage, you have to study further, find out about these things, because that's why we really deeply want to find out these things. What this Brahma Viharas mean, what this Nibbana means, everything, compassion, real compassion.
Ayya, may I ask, just now, at the beginning you mentioned that you try to incorporate into the Sri Lanka school. Then when it comes to Vipassana, you say it's very hard because our mind doesn't want to leave this samsaric world. Samsaric world.
Yes.
Can you explain what you mean by our mind doesn't want to leave this samsaric world? Because wouldn't that we are trying to master our mind and so that we get liberated and attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. This samsaric living is, what is this samsaric living? Samsaric living is where these thoughts are getting connected one by one, right? But when we observe, when we starting to be mindful, we start to see the gaps between thoughts. Vipassana, that is Vipassana, right? So you start to see that is what the main teachings of Buddha is, this non-self nature, impermanent nature, suffering nature, and the non-self nature. That is, these are the universal laws, how these things are happening, how the things are happening in this universe. So impermanent nature means, so when we are observing, we start to see, when we are mindful, we start to see that the breakages, pauses in between thoughts. The example you can take is when a fan is rotating. Can we see the wings separately? Can we see the gaps separately? No. Why is that? Because of the speed. In the same way here, thoughts are rising and passing away, rising and passing away, rising and passing away so fast. So we cannot recognize. Because we are got caught to the thought patterns, the past movements, fast formage, the made of thoughts, the making thoughts. Thoughts are being created. The chain of thoughts are happening. So then it's means shown like that the chain of thoughts are happening. Okay. The other example I can give you is the mechanism of a film. How the film is being formed. So there are separate slides, right? There is like, okay, this one is like this, one is like this, one is like this. So then what's happening is the separate slides are there in the negative, the film roll, and that film roll is being put to the projector, and projector is moving fast, and then we can see the people are dancing, talking, hugging, and fighting, blah 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 blah. So why is that? Because of the speed. So in the same way, there's such a speed of thought formation. This speed is that is what we call samsaric living. Because samsara, the life, my world, your world, our world is being formed through the fast formation of thoughts. Then your practice is what? This is the mindfulness. That is that vipassana means you are the satipatthana. You are starting to be mindful. Even that, okay, you are like breathing. Okay, I'm breathing, I'm living. Am I living? So breathing means there are how many breaths we are taking a day, in an hour, in a minute. So if you can count. So this is a rising and passing away, rising and passing away. And let's take the day, a day. So what's happening? You are waking up, cooking, and going to the toilet, and washing, and then going to job or going to school, and then eating, and going to toilet, and having shower, and coming back home, and again eating, and doing work, and sleeping, and again the next day. Isn't that the same routine? Again, isn't that the same routine? This is the samsara chakra means. So when we are now we are moving from micro level to macro level. So we are living means in the macro world. So we are coming to the micro level, and then there we are recognizing the vipassana insight meditation means that then we are starting to identify how the thoughts are being formed. That's why you are staying calm and quiet, and then you start to notice, okay, the thoughts are coming. That is the first thing people are telling, oh Bhante, oh Venerable, that there are so many thoughts are coming. So that is the first insight. You start to see that so many thoughts are coming, and sometimes non-stop. But that's why Buddha said, keep on practicing, keep on practicing. Then you start to see, okay, sometimes there are no thoughts. Okay, then we say, okay, look at your breath, breathing. Okay, breathing, when you are paying attention to breathing. So the thoughts are no more less thoughts are you can feel breathing. 1 in breath, out breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, the thoughts are coming. So you are lost. Again, where am I? That's why we say, I am here and now. I am here and now. This is the vipassana practice. That is how you are starting. Isn't that easy? Is it difficult? No, it is easy. So then you start to see the gaps between the breaths. You starting to see the gaps between thoughts. So that you didn't come to the first talk, no? Okay, that day also I asked. Now, name what is in front of your eyes. Now, what you can see in front of your eyes. Just name the things. Why don't you talk about the space? So I can be empty with the space. My boyfriend is the empty space. So, would you like to have your boyfriends and girlfriends as the empty space? How nice it is. Isn't that nice? No, it's boring. Buddha was talking about the solitude. When you go to solitude, what is that? Loneliness. People don't like loneliness. So instead we are naming it as aloneness, solitude. So Buddha named it as, to give more value, it is solitude, but not just solitude. noble solitude, noble solitude. He gave the value, he added the value, because when it comes to the mind doesn't like this inner state, needs something always to think, get lost, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, I have to do this and that, but rather stay in the present moment. So I have given you this small technique. 1 minute at a time, look at the space. Stay for 1 minute without blinking. Lord Buddha it says, pay his gratitude for 7 weeks. It means, paying the gratitude means in which state he was. It was the Nirodha, it was the empty state. Because when you are in the empty space, that is the greatest thing you can do for this human world. That is the greatest service that you can do for the human world. Just be calm and quiet and do nothing, and it says be mindful and mind your own business. Right? So, which means you are not producing thoughts of anger, thoughts of, that's why during meditation I was asking whether you had anger, you had desires. No. You had stress. No. You were in a calm and quiet state. That is the most meritorious moments you have to inculcate, cultivate within yourself. Right? So, do 1 minute at a time. Buddha was just glaring at the bo tree without blinking, like this. Can you all do that for 1 minute or 30 seconds? Yes, try. Keep on doing. 1 minute at a time means some minutes a day. Right? This will give you a lot of power. This will show you a lot of things. So when you start to stay empty without blinking, sometimes it's okay if it's blinking happens, but you are staying. But even the people next to you don't know that you are meditating, right? So you are just staying. And sometimes then you can clearly notice if the thoughts are coming, right? If the thoughts are, you can do that, right? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay? 13 of you all are there. So please do this, and I will be here for some 2 weeks. So please come and tell me your experience. And you can expand it, do it more. Maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If you are capable, if you are becoming skillful, do it more and see what's happening within you. The thoughts can come. Then you can nicely and clearly recognize, oh, the thoughts are coming and rising and passing away. This is one of major facts that you have to identify, recognize through your own experience. That is why it says is experiential knowledge. The bhavanamaya prajna, the meditative knowledge means not that you are doing like this, but even with open eyes, you can observe the inner self, how it's happening. That samsaric life is this chain of thoughts where you don't see any gaps or anything, just you are get caught and carried away by the tsunami, by the film. But once you start to stop, slowly, mindfully, silently, SMS. 1 at a time, 1 minute at a time. So slowly, mindfully, silently. Even when you are walking. That's why we will be doing this 8 precepts program on one Sunday, last Sunday, 24th, I hope. Yeah, there you can also join, and we will be able to discuss in detail, and we can do the meditation or mindfulness while we are working, while we are eating. There are very nice things while we are playing, while we are watching TV. While we are watching, you all are watching TV, right? We are watching the phone. We are also watching this on the phone, YouTube, and that we are also with the TV. But switch off the TV and watch it. Or switch on the TV and do this exercise, what I said. Okay, when you do this exercise, you can see the whole. When you merge with the emptiness, which means, at the beginning you can select two things in front of your eyes and pay attention at the same time, simultaneously to these two things. Then you come to the space in between. Then you notice the emptiness within you for 1 minute, for some seconds. That is, if you can consciously recognize this emptiness within you for a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 minute, that is the greatest thing. If you are to realize what anicca is, what impermanent nature is, you have to experience this empty space. Otherwise, you should have no, this is changing, that is changing, these are changing. You can say, but it is not the experience. The real liberation is happening. The letting go is happening through this experience. Because this inner self, inner something, we have no words to say this, but inner some sort of nature is there, right? That this inner capacity is there to realize this emptiness. That is where automatically the giving up is happening. The greediness is dissolving, start to dissolve. Otherwise, no. That on the surface you will be there, but underneath, underlying tendencies, underneath the greediness is there. So that's why when you come to the space is, as it is found by the scientists, it is 97%. 3% is the matter. That, like you and me, the chairs, buildings, how many buildings are there? Right? I've been to Singapore and Malaysia, so how many buildings in this city, right? But it is only 3% in the world, in the universe. How large the sky is, the emptiness. Is there something called sky? That infinite. The solar system and the planetary system and the galaxies. So, where is this everything in the space? But that is not, we are not noticing. That is why this realization is just a fact of consciousness, being conscious and unconscious. Once you start to be conscious of these things, so what is happening? The realization is emerging, right? So you have to understand these things. So once these things will be coming as the knowledge, but you have to practice it. You have to practice and see. So 1 minute at a time, 1 minute, a few minutes, time to time, not at a stretch. Then just glad even the other thing, the meditation, I was doing this guided meditation, just sit, relax, and go to the empty space. That is where you start your loving kindness, the compassion, the altruistic joy. When you are working with people, and you will be sharing these things with others. No envy or anything. If the envy or jealousy or whatever the things are coming from your inside, then you can catch at the moment itself. That is coming out of the practice. That is the skill coming out of the practice. That is why you are mindful means. That is why the major thing, the 4 stages of mindfulness. So that you can be mindful while you are sitting, while you can be mindful while you are talking, while you are listening to the sounds, and while you are doing day-to-day activities, while you are cooking, while you are in the office, while you are driving. Driving is one of the very good meditation. So, because while driving, on how many things you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to driving as well as the outside. So this is the greatest meditation, if you can recognize. Because you have to be in the whole. You have to be in the everything. You have to pay attention at the same time. Not at the same time it's happening. This is what we call that, I was talking about this, the 5 layers of the body. When it comes to the Buddhism, it is called Animitta Samadhi, which is translated into English, signless concentration, or signless, where there are no any, which means the manifestations of the consciousness is no more there. It's the pure consciousness. You are experiencing the pure consciousness when we are going deeper into yourself. Which means it is not the eye consciousness, which is not the consciousness, the ear consciousness or the tongue consciousness, but it is just the pure consciousness. That's why you have to meditate. You can experience these things. And you have to experience these things. Please have a desire towards that. I want to do that. I want to experience these things. Right? So that's why the inner desire came from myself. And that's why I did it. And that's why I can share about the experience. So it's such a nice, and that is, I told you last time also, that is the greatest PhD that I could do. But I have no certificates. I have no convocations. Only my BSc degrees there. Other than that, so my friends are having a lot of degrees and MBAs and PhDs and various doctorates, and I didn't want to go after those things. I was just going after what Buddha taught. So do the same, but not just learning. You can learn as well, but practice. Go into the practical aspect of it. Okay? Hope I gave you a clear answer. Okay?
Just now when you mentioned that the best state will be like no thoughts at all. That means when we meditate, there's no thoughts, so we can't bring in like mindfulness of the breath, or we don't even like meditate on this compassion. That's the meaning? No thoughts at all? When we do meditation, no thoughts?
No thoughts. Yes, at the beginning, there will be thoughts. That's why we start with I am here and now, right? Then, so, which means you are in the physical world, which means that you are in the waking state. This is, you can compare with when you go to sleep, right? When you are in the bed, you can feel that you are in the bed, thoughts are coming, things are coming about tomorrow and the past, and that's the same thing, okay? Thoughts are there, but you are noticing them. You are aware. I mean, observations are there, the thoughts are there, breath is there, sounds are there. So, which means, first, the usual way of the mind, it's like, I mean, wandering in the past and the future in the data. So when you sit, okay, you are coming to the present moment experience, here and now experience. The hearing is here and now experience. The breathing is here and now. Feeling sensations of the body is here and now, right? That you are not eating. If you are eating again, you can feel that, okay, eating, that some sensations are there in the mouth. And when the thoughts are coming, there you are recognizing, okay, the thoughts are coming. That is also present moment if you are aware. The other thing what is happening most is you are getting lost with the thoughts, you are carried away by the thoughts. But when you are like, okay, coming to the present moment, then you are becoming calm and quiet, calm and quiet. And the other major thing is, what is Buddha's teaching is, Buddha taught us, what mind creates, what mind made is a magic or the illusion or a dream. So then we are not giving value to the thoughts. In the present moment, we are here to like, I mean, just stay relaxed. Stay in peace. So the more you become present, what is happening is number of thoughts which are coming will be lesser and lesser. There you will start to see the gaps. You will start to see that there are no thoughts sometimes. So how nice it is without thoughts. That is, you are not busy. You are staying nothing. That is why the teaching is stay nothing. Then you will be staying consciously. That is what I call spiritual death. It is in the deep sleep, we cannot talk about it. It is in the deep sleep. Sometimes you can experience if you are thoroughly mindful. So that you will be going to the unknown field. Now, known field is out of these 5 senses. Then you will be dragged to the unknown. There you cannot talk about it. Right? There you cannot talk about it. Once you are out of it, then you know you were there. That is how the experience is.
So I would like to understand, if let's say you are in the present moment, that means your mind, can you focus on your breath or focus on the compassion, you know, like like metta meditation, we
Yeah.
focus on the metta, so that we can bring our mind to the present moment?
Okay. That it is like this. When you go to this detached state of the mind, that is where you are really become compassionate. At the beginning you can say, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be in peace, may all beings be in peace. That is on the surface level. Okay? When you go into deep, you are detaching from everything, which means you become compassion itself. You become love itself, which means then the energy start to evaporate. You are no more thinking about anything. So then that is the difference we have to identify. Thinking means there are two stages we can say. I mean, when we are not totally free, thoughts means again defiled nature, right? We can say, okay, there are good thoughts and bad thoughts, but we have to go beyond good thoughts and bad thoughts. That is where we call the empty space. So at the beginning you can say, may I be well, that's how I started. But when you are going into the deep peace, there you are not thinking, or you don't want to think about anything. This deep, when you are in this deep state, the energy is emanating. Once Buddha was in this deep empty space, Nirodha Samapatti, the cessation. So then there was a heavy rain with lightning and thundering. Then somebody has come and asked after Buddha coming out of it, Buddha, did you hear that there was such a lightning and thundering? And no, I didn't hear. Then asked, were you sleeping? No, I wasn't sleeping. Then what was that? Then he said, this is the deep samadhi, deep nirodha samapatti, or where you are free from, liberated from the whole world. That is the most powerful state of the mind where we can go. That when you should have heard, when these arahants, they are coming on Pindapata after just going on Pindapata after just coming out of this mind states, this deep samadhi, deep nirodha, right? That is the most powerful state that we have to experience, right? There is something like that. So, but at the beginning, we get away from the evil, and then we come to good thoughts, and then we are free from the good thoughts as well. That's why in Buddhism it says punya papa pahinasa. Maybe you all have heard, which means that you are becoming free from both good and bad, both thoughts. Which means you are freeing from, detaching from the thoughts. That is where the good energy field is, the exact real energies. You got? You can start, okay, may I be well, may I be in peace, may I relax. And also at the same time you can focus on breathing. You can feel breathing, because they are very natural present thing. And then slowly you can, when you when you come to the feeling of this peace, the feeling of the peace, then you stay just nothing. And then you can notice the breath. Sometimes thoughts are going here and there. You don't care. And when you are calming, that's how the sleep is coming. Thoughts are there, but slowly you are going to the sleeping mode. So in the same way, you are going to the meditative mode, deep meditative mode. So you let it happen. You can't do that. You can't bloom the lotus. You have to provide the relevant causes should be there for the lotus to be bloomed. So in the same way, in a lotus to be bloomed, we have to provide the causes. Just provide the empty space. Once you are becoming expertise on that, then you can be in the crowd. Then I was just walking. You asked me to go and here and there, so I was walking. So in the crowd in these shopping centers, I was walking. No, nothing. But those days, in the past, we are looking and finding. Now even looking, but no connections. If we want, we can get connected. If you want to buy something, we are go and buy something. But now we can see that in these crowded space, crowded places even, we can go without attaching. in a calm and quiet mind. It's such a nice experience. That sometimes when ladies are going on shopping, oh, that is there, this is there, no? Husbands can experience such things. So that the mind is going, oh, if I can have that and this and that. But after becoming such a meditative person, you can go on shopping and you don't care at all. You know what is inside. But based on utility value, you will buy something, certain things. But other than that, you don't need things. Okay? Hope
Thank
I
you.
gave you a clear answer.
Yes, now I know there's another state of mind.
Yes.
After when you concentrate on your breathing, then you bring it to the present moment. But beyond that, there's another state of mind.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You have to stay. What we can do is to provide these courses, create first, okay, may I be in peace and relaxed state, and then breathing, then just let go of everything, stay relaxed. Then let things happen. Then you can come and tell me your experience. Then we can guide accordingly. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So once we wake up from the liberalization, this emotion should be controlled and we back off. Am I correct by saying this?
Yes, yes. It's like, yeah, we are this, we see this, the logical side of the things that, as he said, that everything is learned. We are programmed. We are by birth, no, afterwards we were programmed. And then now we are de-learning. We are like, yes, we can say de-learning. And we are like getting rid of the programs. And so then we are free from everything, but we are still living in the world. And then based on the utility value, we are using the things. But we now know the mechanism, we now know the program here. So we are no more becoming emotional, we are no more becoming, getting attached or getting touched, getting shaken by the evil or even the good or bad. Depending on the situation, we will be acting. That what is suitable for this moment and for my liberation as well as others' liberation, for my peace and as well as others' peace and happiness. So then we will act upon. That's how our living has to be. So this won't be coming, this won't be just coming, but it will be coming through the right practice, right mindfulness practice. So you have to practice mindfulness. Okay, maybe we can wind up.
Yeah.
So, yes, please.
Can we have the Anumodana? Can we do the Anumodana?
Okay. Okay, then to wind up everything, so we will transfer the merits. First, again, I will remind Sister Silavati, one of the sponsors. There should be some more sponsors, and in the loving memory of Ooi Han In, so including him, and just recall, take into your mind your departed relatives, and mostly here the Theros, Mahatheros, most venerable late Kirinde Dhammananda Mahanayaka Thero, and other Theros, and all departed relatives of us, and Dayakas, devotees of this temple. Let's pass the merits of this Dhammadeshana and these good vibrations. May they live in peace, and may they, wherever they are, may they find peace and happiness, and may they also find the full liberation with the support of Dhamma practices. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Also, let's pass the merits to the godly beings, those who are supporting invisibly to support all these activities and to guide people for liberation. May they be in peace and find the happiness, and also may they gain the practice of this Dhamma, and may they find Nibbana too. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Also, I'm wishing you all good health, and to all the venerable monks here, including the chief monk, And Mr. Leslie also, I'm recalling Most Venerable Bhante Arya Deva. And so may all of these venerables and the devotees find inner peace and happiness through practice Dhamma, and may they attain Nibbana easily without any obstacles. And say 3 times sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I will chant the stanzas to bless you all. Abhivadana silisa nichang vadda pachaino chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti minate samijjatu Sabitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalan rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Sukhi hotu, may you all be in peace and happiness. Teruvan Saranai, may Triple Gem bless you all.